What if your thoughts aren't the problem? Most people believe that if they could just think more positively, their life would change. But what if you've been trying to change the wrong thing? Psychologists have found that deeply held beliefs rarely change just because someone tells us we're wrong. They change when we experience enough evidence that our old story no longer makes sense. Now think of your mind like a movie theater. Most of us spend our lives trying to change the movie by wiping the screen. We fight our thoughts. We argue with them. We try to erase the scary scenes. But the screen isn't creating the movie. The projector is. The projector is your beliefs, not the beliefs you say out loud, the quiet ones you've carried for years. The ones that whisper, "I'm not enough. People always leave. Success isn't meant for someone like me." Those beliefs become the lens through which you experience life. And that lens shapes how life feels. If you believe you're not enough, even a great opportunity can feel intimidating. If you believe people can't be trusted, even genuine kindness can feel suspicious. Then your mind does exactly what it's designed to do. It creates thoughts that make sense of those feelings. I'll probably fail. I knew this wouldn't last. Why even bother? Here's the part most people miss. Your mind isn't always creating your reality. Often, it's simply trying to explain the reality your beliefs have already filtered. That's why arguing with every negative thought rarely works. It's like standing in a movie theater yelling at the screen to play a different film. The screen isn't the source. The projector is. So instead of asking, "How do I stop these thoughts?" ask yourself, what belief is playing this movie? Because when the belief changes, the way you experience life begins to change. And when your experience changes, your thoughts naturally begin telling a different story. Maybe you've never had a thinking problem. Maybe you've had a belief problem. And the good news is this: beliefs aren't permanent. They change when you have enough evidence that your old story no longer explains your life. Sometimes that evidence comes from a conversation. Sometimes it comes from one courageous action. Sometimes it comes from seeing yourself in a completely different way. Maybe this is the first piece of evidence that invites you to question the story you've been living. Because the moment you stop fighting the screen and start looking at the projector, that's the moment a new story can begin. If you've been fighting the screen instead of the projector, drop a comment. I'd like to know what story you're starting to question. And if you want more of this, follow Loops Tech.